Okay, congratulations, you passed your miter saw safety test. If you got all of the questions correct, you need to take that to the teacher now, show them that result on your Chromebook. The teacher will give you a sticker saying, yes, good job. You've passed that. That identifies you as someone that is ready to use the miter saw. Now, you're gonna come back here to this cart. You're only gonna take one piece of wood at a time. You're not grabbing a whole bunch of pieces of wood. We wanna make sure that everyone has an equal opportunity to get different types of wood and different size pieces of wood. So we've got on here what's called sapele. It's this dark brown, little bit reddish wood. We got some cherry. It's a little bit lighter, a little bit orangey pink color. We've got some maple, which is really light in color, and we've got some walnut that is chocolate brown. The idea here is that you should create a random pattern in your cutting board. You're going to be cutting your pieces of wood into 12-inch long pieces. You're going to also assemble enough of them that you can make a 12-inch wide square. So, for starters, I like this piece of wood. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take this piece of wood and I'm gonna measure 12 inches and I'm gonna mark it. Let's go do that. So I have my tape measure. I'm going to hook it on the end of the board and I'm going to mark it at 12 inches. You can use pencils are preferred. When I show students how to do things, I use a Sharpie so you can see my mark. So you see I have a mark here and I'm gonna put an X on the side of the line that I want the blade to go. So that way I'm still gonna end up with a 12-inch long piece. Now I'm gonna go into the wood shop and I'm gonna cut this. So here I am at the miter saw. I have my line, I have an X on the waist side of my line. I'm gonna hold it against the fence and against the table. I'm lowering the saw down to line up the edge of the blade on my mark. And then I'm gonna raise it up, I'm gonna squeeze the handle, and then I'm gonna lower it down and cut the wood. So this is my first of many pieces of wood. I want to have a variety of different types of wood and a variety of different types, or a variety of different widths as well. So let's go back to the pile and get another piece. So this was the piece I just cut. I want to have a much lighter piece of wood, have some contrast, some visual interest. So I'm gonna choose this piece of maple that I'm gonna put next to it. I also need to cut this to 12 inches long. However, there's one thing that I wanna point out here. This piece is thinner, but all of the pieces of wood on the same cart have the same thickness. Okay, so this piece does not go this way. It goes this way. The piece of sapele, this first one I did, does not go this way. It goes that way. So they all should be nice and flat across the top. I'm gonna measure and mark again 12 inches. Put an X on the waist side of the line and go cut that one. Eventually, what I want is I want enough pieces of wood to where it's going to be a total of 12 inches wide and 12 inches long. Each one of these pieces of wood by the end of the period, whatever ones you have cut, it may only be 3, it may only be 1, it needs your name on it. And I'm putting period 3 on mine. All of my pieces will have my name on it in Sharpie. And then we're gonna tape them all together. I want your name on the tape also. You're gonna take your bundle of pieces of wood that you cut and you're gonna put it on the cart at the front of the class. Not where you got these, but at the front of the class by the end of the period.